Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode 95. Ooh, 5 away from 100 of the Snarp Fangle Podcast. I'm your host, Jake Metzger, your little lemony snicket devotee. My co-host this week, a man whose eccentric taste in music is about the same as his taste in whiskey. Smoky, with a hint of the old world added in for flavor. Ladies and gentlemen, David Reed.
Yo.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, good to hear, good to hear. And we have our guests this week. Guests, yes, plural. And the first one is somebody who's always down with the quirky sickness. A connoisseur of independent musical oddities. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Dowdy? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Ian Dowdy. How you doing,
Hi.
Ian?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Doing all good. Doing good.
Sorry, it's just a tick.
No, it's all good. No pressure. This is just laid back, chill, talking about weird autistic musical choices. Which, speaking of which, let's get to our final guest here, who's a man who's got a loathing dislike for those who discovered his favorite band. And even if we don't call him Big D, doesn't mean you can't. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Martin.
What's that?
Your name's Richard. I was gonna make a more crass
But you
intro.
also had to do like
calling you
long
Dick.
pauses.
Yeah. That's off the rip. That's off the rip. I just write it and then
I'm pretty sure, like, in all the years I've known Richard, I'm pretty sure that is the absolute first time I've ever heard anyone refer to him as Big D.
Same.
Seriously. I've been called a lot of shit too.
I do like the allusion to how hipster you are, though.
yeah. It's like, oh yes, he's so hipster. When I think you have the least weirdest choice out of all of
I
us.
don't listen to weird music.
Just
I
good
also
music.
don't really listen to albums, and this is one of the few albums I can tell you like almost every song.
I share that with you. I go to playlists. I make songs and add them and go from between them. You know, the iTunes days.
Spotify AI controls my life.
Do you use the special mix shuffle thing? Smart shuffle?
Uh-huh.
Oh no. We got one of those around here.
Spotify AI controls my life.
Well, for any and all inquiries about Spotify or AI or anything else and what your algorithm has done to you, or any particular hums and rattles you may have you want to recommend, feel free to send them on over to snarpfanglepod@gmail.com, or you can just text Jake. Feel free to do that as well if you have the number.
Ooh.
All right, gentlemen. Well, today we've congregated together to meet and discuss some strange, peculiar, and odd albums that we've listened to. We each have brought one to the table, and for the congregation of the Snarp Fangle people on YouTube, and we're here to discuss them all. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna have Richard go first. So, Richard,
Wow.
what is your first? What is your choice for our? Oh, by the way, before we get into it,
You're confusing me.
the theme of this episode is basically kind of what we did with the rap albums episode, but there's 4. We're picking an album that's kind of out there, kind of weird, kind of peculiar, and so that's kind of the theme: unconventional albums. So, Richard, regale us with what your pick is this week.
Mine is not weird. Let's just be honest. Right there.
What is it?
The Satanic Satanist by Portugal the Man.
Totally not a weird name.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, that is a weird album for you.
I don't think
I
so
wouldn't
because
say
that
so.
is my favorite band.
Well, I know it is, but like you're not like a huge listener of out there weirdo experimental music. So the fact that your favorite band is like an indie band is pretty out there
I guess.
like relatively speaking.
If you put it like that, fine. But also, in my defense, Spotify AI controls my life, so they push mainstream at me, and I just allow it. Okay.
Because you lack whimsy.
Lack whimsy. You must keep your life whimsical.
Okay.
Speaking of whimsical, real quick, I texted you guys the doc if you want to bring that up. It's just a list of the order we're going in and the tracks. So, because I need to look at the track lists as well, or you can just go to Spotify, I guess. So, Richard, Why did you pick the Satanic Satanists? And why do you like Portugal the Man? Portugal the Man.
Because all their songs are just great.
Really great.
Good vibes. I like also some of the stuff they're just singing about. Work all day? Man, basically, yes, that's our lives. We're just modern day slaves. Yeah, let's be real.
We do get paid, but yeah, basically.
Yeah, we get paid so we can barely survive in life.
Welcome to California.
It's not just California.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it has my favorite song, The Home, on it.
The Home.
The Home is a sick song. I
That
love
is
it.
my favorite song all time.
One thing I really liked listening to this album is as you go through it, you have like each song leading into each other. They all transition perfectly into each other, which is
They do.
I'm not used to listening to that. It's kind of cool. It brings me back in the day. Where did you first hear this album and where were you when you first heard it?
First, I don't know where I was, but I know for a fact this guy, Ian, is the one who showed it to me. When we were in high school, and probably like, what, I would say 09,
Something
2010,
like that.
somewhere in there.
Around there's when I found them off of their first album, which is actually a lot weirder, for sure. And then got into what's the other one? Church Mouth is actually probably my favorite album
Fair.
from them. And
Fair.
then around the back end of high school is when they popped that album out.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Home's a great track as well.
It is great.
Yeah. I will make my home here. It's good. It's a good one. I think The Sun, the one before that, that's probably one of my favorites as well. Like, just, I don't know. I think for some reason, like, I've listened to this album before. You guys introduced it to me. But every time I've gone through it, I think I just enjoy it more.
Yeah.
It's just a really good time. And
Oh, I just love
It's
all the
kind of-
different like transitions in the songs too.
mm,
Come on. They're just good.
they're just good.
They're just good.
Yeah. Let's bring in David on this. David, what's your opinion on the Satanic Satanists being our worship leader at our church?
Yeah, it's a pretty great album, I have to say.
Heathen.
Okay, yeah, I was in the car with somebody and I was listening to Work All Day and I was on a playlist and it's, you know how the screen brings up like the album number? And I was with somebody and it said the Satanic Satanists. I had to explain it. I'm like, well, just so you know, because they were looking at it and I'm like,
It's such an
it's
interesting
just the name of the album.
And you sit there and you're just like, do they even say Satan once in the whole any song? Like,
No, this is not the Bridge City Centers.
Yeah. Sorry, David, to interrupt you. Continue.
But yeah, I feel like this is kind of like, as far as Portugal the Man goes, I feel like this era of theirs is kind of their sweet spot. It's very polished, very well done, but it still has kind of that roots rocky vibe that I feel like some of their later material is lost. So yeah, for me, this is actually kind of, I think, the best album I've heard from them that I enjoy, which is funny because I don't think I've ever listened to this album before.
What?
I was going through it, and People Say, I think, was the only track I've heard before.
okay.
But then the one that was a standout to me actually was Lovers in Love.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
It's
That
got
one
that
is
kind of
good.
like disco vibe, but also it's a little psychedelic.
Yeah.
Their newest album has some interesting stuff on it too, I will say.
Yeah, have you guys heard? I saw it got released. Have you guys heard any of it?
I've only heard a few songs, but the one like that has the same name as the album, that one's very interesting, I will say. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Ian, what's one of your favorite tracks? You said The Home, but is there any other standouts for you?
So The Home is fantastic. The other song that I rediscovered from this was The Woods. I hadn't heard that song in a long time, and it didn't make its way on any of my playlists. So that one was a big one. People Say is fantastic. Like,
Oh yeah, People Say is great.
the whole thing, and then Do You? That's one that I remember from back in the day. I love that song. The whole album's good.
Seriously, the whole album's good. Like, well, you know, some bands, like, I will say I am a Portugal the Man fan, like hardcore, but some of their albums, it is like, oh, I will say it's a good album, but there are a few songs I'm like, it's a little mid, or like, Can't Feel It Still, their huge one that came out. I actually think, like, is kind of trash.
Really?
really
No,
good.
hold on. The song's not trash.
No. But listen to the acoustic version. That one's
Ooh.
great.
See, that's the thing is I'm with you. I don't like the regular version, but like the live versions that I've heard, I really enjoy the live versions of it.
See, I don't know. I don't really listen to live music ever, but they have an acoustic version. And that one is so good. They even like slowed down the pace a little bit and stuff. And that one's great. But then the one that like broke out, it kind of just sounds like a normal pop rock song.
Yeah, that's the problem with it is like the thing about Portugal the Man that I think is their biggest strength is their music just has so much energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just really lifts you up. And for whatever reason on the main version of that song, they decided to like during the production that they're just going to suck all the life and energy out of the mix. And it just sounds like a normal pop song. But when you hear them actually play it live and like, because they're a fantastic live band, like fantastic. It has all the energy that the normal mix is lacking.
Yeah, I would. Two things off of this. I would say that as we've reviewed albums in the past, usually a good album has a majority of great things with 1 or 2 to 3 stinkers. If you pay money for an album, or like back in the old days, and you pay $15-20 for it, and you have 12 songs, if you only like 9 out of there, it's a pretty good deal. But if it's like 5 songs or 2 that you like out of there, that's a pretty yeah, it's not a great deal at all. The second thing would be, why do modern artists and mixers and everything take the life out of this? Because I'm thinking about the home song in this, and they say, my people, and they build that up, and then it crescendos. Is such, like, you can hear them screaming it out, and it's awesome. But compared to the other things you hear, why do people, like maybe David, you know the answer to this event, like in the industry, like why do people just dumb things down and kind of quiet things a lot?
Well, I think what it has to do with it, I think it just major like labels have basically trained the consumer to want ultra processed, ultra polished, ultra perfect music.
Yeah.
And what that does is you can achieve it now, but what it does is it sucks everything out of the music that makes it human. And the things that are human about the music is what give it life, give it that energy. That's why AI generated music sounds like, even if the song is technically well written and perfectly done, like AI songs just lack any kind of life. And you can pretty much tell, like even if there's no audible artifacts, you can pretty much tell that it's an AI song because there's nothing human about it. Everything's just ultra processed, ultra clean, ultra perfect. And yeah, unfortunately, even great bands like Portugal the Man succumb to forces like that. So, but this album I think is before that kind of crept into their sound, so they've still got plenty of life in their sound on this album. And yeah, there's no stinkers on here.
What's the one after this? Not American Ghetto. What was it? The American something. What's that album called?
It's American Ghetto, I'm pretty sure.
Is it American Ghetto?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can't remember.
Satanic Satanists. Majestic Majesty was before that.
Yep.
In the Mountain and the Cloud is what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Oh,
So American is the
yes.
song. Sorry.
Okay,
That-
yes.
I like
So
that
American's
album.
a great
That's
song.
a great album too. But I don't have as much knowledge of it as Satanic Satanists. What were we doing? I think we were playing D&D or something. You guys were playing this? Or no, we were just gathering around hanging out, and then you guys played some of this album. I'm like, oh, this is
Probably
pretty
because
good.
if people allow me to put on music, this is what I put on.
That's probably where I heard it.
Like usually my starting song is one song from this album. Yeah.
Usually it's Work All Day.
It just really depends on which one I want to hear in that moment. I'll make you all listen to it with me. I don't care.
Is this like the weirdest album you have?
Honestly, that's where I was like sitting here. Like,
yeah.
I do feel like I have some songs I like that I would deem weirder, but then truthfully, it's like that's probably the one song I've actually heard from that person or something, because a lot of times I just put on music when I'm driving, which is a lot nowadays, and then I kind of forget because I'm just so focused on driving that I can like a song and I can do things like that. So a lot of times, if I hear a song that I think is great, I won't ever hear it again.
And this thing, I feel like this album specifically, though, is pretty underrated as far as their discography goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, I've listened to quite a bit of Portugal the Man's stuff, and I've never actually heard this album other than just people say.
Yeah, which people say was their breakout. It did hit the top charts, but truthfully, it's like, how is this? Even then, it's like so many other songs and albums you hear more about from them.
People don't like to go back and listen to their older stuff
Not wrong.
because they're weird. Yeah.
Which brings up the amazing story of how I figured out that you were a Portugal the Man hipster.
Regale us with that tale, David. What do you mean?
So, for
I feel like I know what you're talking
for
about.
context, Richard has been one to levy accusations against me of being a hipster
You are
on
a hipster.
multiple occasions simply because I have engaged in hipster adjacent hobbies
A lot.
such as growing my beard and drinking craft beer.
The different ways you've learned to make coffee. No matter how long it took, I will make my coffee.
Hey, at least
But
it doesn't.
anyway,
Oh, they're from
so
Portland, Oregon. That's
I've
why
had
they're
to I've had to deal with constant accusations of hipsterism thrown my way from this guy. And then
Should we?
and then
I know where this is going.
when Portugal the Man, his favorite band, finally breaks out into the mainstream, the initial reaction that I hear from him is complaining.
Because of the song, Can't Feel It Still. That was my reason. To pick a better song to break out with people.
It's catchy as all get out.
It's
I know,
so
that's the
catchy.
problem. And I remember this conversation so well because I remember David the whole time, his face just wanted to be like, you f***ing hipster.
Yeah, they won an award for that song in 2017,
They shouldn't have.
and at the 60th.
And it was in a
Grammys.
vitamin water commercial.
And you know what? I heard it. I heard it in like a movie trailer. I think it was like for Despicable Me or something.
It was also in a movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I
can't
was like,
remember
oh,
which
I know
one.
this song. Wait, what? And then like one thing led to another.
Yeah, it came out like crazy, that song did. Just out of nowhere.
That's crazy. So that's the story, and you're sticking to it.
Yep.
Oh, he's 100% correct. I was 100% a hipster in that moment.
You know what? It's really funny. The word hipster didn't even come up when we were figuring out to do this episode. Should we call it 4 hipster albums? I feel like
I mean, I'm a proto hipster, so sure.
David is legitimately a hipster.
Nah.
well, in this,
I'm too underground for the hipsters.
Yeah.
That sounds like something
sounds
a
like
hipster
something hipster
would
would
say.
See, hipsters.
He's too hip for the hipsters.
No. See, hipsters operate in that
I think
sort of gray area between mainstream and underground. Which is why the whole thing about them not liking when their favorite artists break into the mainstream is such a thing, is because they operate in that zone. I'm way down in the underground.
Ooh, tell us how down.
Deep and dark in the underground.
Damn.
So you can be a proto hipster with me, because you've been this way for a very long time. Proto hipster,
whole
we were
life.
just hipsters before being a hipster was even a thing.
We were hipsters before it was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Took words out of my mouth. Damn.
yeah, even like because at some point, all 3 of you were my youth leader in youth group at one point. So it's like
You make us
to
sound
have
old.
that, to have that influence upon my life, spiritually be like, hey, listen to some indie music, like
Take
none
you
of
in
this,
the
none of
back
this
alley.
crap.
Well, you were
None of this
also
crap.
hardcore sheltered.
I was really hardcore sheltered, but to be exposed to like the hipster before it was the hipster kind of stuff was kind of cool. It was enlightening. I remember David, we were hanging out one time. He was trying to teach me how to play the piano, like on a whim.
I don't remember that at all.
And it was at the shift. And you were like, this is how you do it. I was like, we spent 45 minutes after youth group doing it.
What?
Yeah, you taught me, you tried to teach me, and I was like, I don't remember any of it. This is what the octaves are. These are you got to, how to tickle them ivories. This is how you do it. He didn't say that, but
I don't remember this at all.
it was a long ass
You were
time.
probably
probably
sleep deprived.
25, no, 23 2013,
Dang.
2012. It was
You
a
were
long
probably
time
sleep
ago.
deprived.
As I often am.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking at the Wikipedia here for Portugal the Man, and it says here the band's name is based on an idea of David Bowie's quotes larger than life fame. They wanted the band to have a bigger than life feel, but did not want to name it after one of their members. And quotes, it says, "A country is a group of people," guitar player and vocalist John Gurley said. And he says here and continues on, with Portugal, it just ended up being the first country that came to mind. The band's name is Portugal. And and then they ended up adding the man later. It's kind of cool. Let's talk about Hipster. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Richard,
So, Jake.
why would you recommend this album to people? Obviously, it's the best album in your opinion. Or is it?
I will say it is their best
This is
album.
a good introductory album.
Because it's just all good songs. Like, they do have other albums that I think have great songs that are better than some of the songs in it, but then also there are some songs that are a little more
Yeah.
you know? But this album is 100% just good. Like, I don't know, I like it because it's just a nice chill vibe when you're relaxing, you want to hang out, you know, you can
It
talk.
also can be exciting too.
Well, you can, but it's great music. Like, if we're just sitting around talking and that's background music, it's just great, solid background music you can kind of listen to. You can have your conversation when you're driving. It's just nice. There are some more upbeat parts, but overall, it's just a nice, chill, hey, let's have a nice day, you know, music.
Nice. It's not like a vibe like this gentleman we're going to next's album.
If you're
Which-
talking about David's,
Yes.
the vibe is garbage.
So wait, before we get into it, what are our final thoughts on what's it called? The Satanic Satanists, gentlemen.
Solid.
Listen to it twice.
I would agree. Listen to it twice. And let's
Make
go
it
from
5
there.
times.
All right, David. Let's get this out of the way. What? Let's get
Am I
to
the
your
only
choice.
other one who liked it?
All right, well, I'm going to hand it to
I
David.
like the parts where it stopped.
I'm glad it was only 8 songs or however long it was.
One was 16 and a
I know,
half
that counted
minutes.
like 3 minutes. Counted like 3 songs in one. All right, David, give us, what is this album called? Who plays it, and why do you like it?
Okay,
In
so
that order.
my album is the debut album of the British post-rock band Pram. The stars are so big and the earth is so small. So yeah, this album is
Released in 1993.
1993. So for those of you who don't know what post-rock is a kind of, it's less a genre and more of like a movement, because there's not like any kind of like specific sonic characteristics that define what post-rock is.
That sounds
Oh, you
so
said
hipster
Sonic
already.
characters. I was like, Sonic characters? Like
Sonic
a game?
characteristics.
Yeah, Knuckles.
Characteristics.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
It's all about my boy Tails.
Oh, my boy, Tails.
But yeah, so post-rock kind of evolved in like the 90s and early 2000s as like music that used basically the instrumentation and the pretenses of rock music, but sort of subverted expectations and did something different with that. So I think more people might be familiar with later post-rock like Explosions in the Sky, Mogwai, Godspeed You Black Emperor. But before those kind of hit a more mainstream appeal, there was the first wave of post-rock in the 90s and just all sorts of weird shit. And one of those bands was a band called Pram from England. Yeah, this is their debut, and it's basically, it's like all the normal things you expect rock music to do, this does not do.
Yeah.
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 And why do you like it?
Okay, so there was a time in my life, probably around like my early 20s, like starting when I was like 21, 22. I was previously like a metalhead, like pretty much metal was all I liked. And like I got to the point where I was like, when I was at the end of my sort of metal journey, like I was like really, really, really into lots of underground metal artists that basically nobody else but me had heard of. And so I was already kind of like in that mindset to seek out underground music. And so by way of a couple of metal artists that had sort of left the genre behind and had moved on to some more experimental type stuff, I was like, oh, there's a whole new other world of music out there that I've been missing out on. And so I started to seek out non-metal underground music. And it was in this period that I came across Pram. Specifically was the 16.5-minute one that Richard's talking about. It's called In Dreams You Too Can Fly. And basically, during this period, I was not interested in any kind of normal sounding music at all. Like,
All right.
I was interested in like purely the weird stuff.
Is this also your drone phase?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I was into purely the weird stuff. So, like,
Bucket drums.
this album basically was like
I like a bucket drum.
Parrot metal.
kind of like a revelation to me because it sort of blended like abstract experimentalism with like warm, feel good melodies. Like, because normally in like experimental underground music, it's very harsh, abrasive sounding. Pram is very unique. Their earlier EPs are a lot more weird and dissonant sounding. But from this album moving forward, they kind of adopted this almost like a children's music sort of vibe to them. But they did it in a context that was not like easily digestible pop songs. And so this was a thing I hadn't encountered before, and I was like, wow, this is cool. So that's kind of what drove me to really enjoy their music, was that fusion of the out there, the abstract, the experimental with, nice, feel good, warm melodies that you might associate with more conventional music.
It made me feel warm, but not in the good way.
I concur.
All right. Well, before we get to Richard and me, Ian, what did you think of the album?
So I am with David in that I'm more open to weirder stuff, for sure. And I did like this album. It's not something that like I personally would put on a playlist, but like I'll listen to it here and there probably after this. It kind of reminds me like an earlier, more experimental version of what I brought, but also not like that at all.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Not like, yeah.
It has like
Has some echoes of it.
a little bit of echoes of it, but also not like that at all.
Yeah.
And also for some context too, I've since gone into a more I've since like embraced more conventional sounding music since that period of my life. So this is also not something I listen to on the regular anymore.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that I occasionally put on. It's like, yeah, let's have a trip down memory lane.
A mental breakdown.
Get those nostalgia vibes.
Yeah.
I can see it that way. Yeah, it kind of, it's funny you say nostalgic. It felt in a way, not to me, but it like nostalgic in that sense, like from the time before.
And
whatever
that's
you want to say.
another thing. That's another thing that kind of it has a sort of indefinable quality to it, that it's like, it's taps into nostalgia, but nostalgia for something that's not necessarily something you've experienced before. It manages to present you with something new, or at least to me, it presents you with something new, but it also makes you feel like it gives you those warm and fuzzy nostalgic vibes without actually being a callback to anything in particular.
It like takes all of the little kids' toys from when you were like 4 years old and then puts them in a blender and then like heats it up a little bit, not enough to where it like hurts your mouth, and then you drink it down, and it's nice.
I think you just described the word nostalgia to a lot of people.
I don't know what to even say to that description.
Richie, what do you think of this
So
this Pram album? The stars are so big. So the earth is so small. Stay as you are.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was one part of it missing.
God, what
when
a
I
long
said it.
title.
Yeah, usually when it's on like YouTube or Spotify or whatever, it's like the title scrolls and then it stops scrolling before it gets to the end.
Jesus.
So I'm usually used to just thinking of it as the stars are so big and the earth is so small, and I often forget about the last part.
You think the dots are just like the cutoff of the title, like for the preview?
It's like the name of a math rock song. Any one of them, just pick one.
All right, Richie, what are your thoughts on
Okay.
this delightful British experiment?
So at first, I turned it on, listening to a playlist David made of everyone's things. I had to skip every single song. I couldn't do it. My mind went like, all right, you know what? I'm sober right now. Maybe I need to be high for this. Which was weird because I'm the only one here who smokes weed. Like, let's just make that clear right now. And then I forced myself to listen to it very high. And then I discovered I was doing the wrong drugs. I don't do others. So this is just not meant for me. Like, it's that simple, right? But I will say, there are some really good musical parts. Most of the intros, I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm going to like this, and then, no, it turns south real quick. Like, real quick. And then also, one of my pet peeves with songs is when the, like, singing's really quiet, like, the whole time. If you do a part with a little bit of quiet whisper singing, I'm okay with that. But the whole damn song, it's shut the fuck up, make it instrumental, or sing louder.
Okay, so this is a thing. This is a thing in post-rock.
Well, post-rock is f***ing stupid.
So that's part of the subverting expectations, is normally you expect vocals to either be the centerpiece of the song or to be absent. That's just a feature of most rock and or pop music. That's
stupid.
Part of the thing with post-rock is if vocals are present in post-rock, it subverts those expectations and makes them just kind of a part of the overall soup of it.
Thank you for confirming to me that I will never listen to post-rock.
You probably shouldn't listen to shoegaze either.
That sounds amazing that I won't do it.
Shoegaze, like AZE?
Yeah, like you're gazing at your shoes.
Yeah. No, but I will say, like, instrumentally wise, there are some really great and unique
Yes, there's some good examples in there. Yeah.
parts. Very short. Which also I found kind of odd because I did listen to this album in order on YouTube because you said something about the intro. The intro was the only one. I was like, this is okay. Well, the rest I thought was trash.
Okay, see, I figured you'd actually like some of the other songs better than the first one. I knew you weren't gonna get through the long one.
Oh no, I didn't even make it halfway.
I knew
Let's
you
just
weren't
be
gonna get
honest.
through you probably didn't even get to where the vocals start in that song.
They did.
Yeah, it's like 8 minutes in, isn't it?
I can tell you for a fact, I did not think there was vocals in it. Like,
Yeah.
I toughed it out more than I wanted because around the 2-minute mark, I wanted to skip it, but I made it to almost 8 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It was really hard.
It's almost halfway.
I did pause it a few times.
Yeah, the vocals start like over halfway through it.
Yeah. 0 out of 10, never listen.
I don't know if I'd go that harsh, but I did give this I gave this a big chance, David. I started listening, I'm like, ooh. Like about 40 seconds in, the vocals start with that chick just yelling in my ear. And I'm like, whoa, lady, whoa. What's going on here? And then I kept listening to it. I wanted to skip it. And so I roughed it out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this. So I listened to it. And honestly, I didn't even know that was 16 minutes. Because I was listening to this while I was driving. So I'm like, you know what? This is just part of the album, right? I thought I went through like 4 songs at that point. and the one song that's 16 minutes, I thought there was 4. So anyway, I was like, I went through this once. And then the next day I went through it again to see if there's anything else I liked.
You're a
So I
saint.
gave it 2 tries, David. And the only thing I kind of liked in this was Cape St. Vincent, the last song. I just compare, it's like very much like the rest, but I don't know. I think it's out of all of them, that's the one I like.
Yeah,
The other stuff,
See, that's the thing is, yeah. So I'll definitely admit that this is out of all of our picks, mine is the weirdest.
Fact.
Yes, yes, thank you.
But also, to be fair, as far as my picks would go, I'm splitting the difference between normal and weird. Like I could have easily picked far weirder albums for this.
Yes.
So I deliberately chose to kind of.
Would they have been better?
I think they're better. I
feel like you should.
But the goal for this was out there.
Yeah, like imagine like technical death metal, but instead of like normal guitar riffs, it's like squeals, and the vocals are like inhumane shrieks that would turn off even metalheads.
So what I'm hearing through your description, if you think that sounds like good music, seek help.
I thought you were gonna pick.
There's a hotline for you. I don't know the number, but I'm sure there is.
What about parrot metal, David?
Parrot metal?
I don't know what that is.
Like that.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know
it
about that.
exists.
Do it
but
again.
No, I'm not.
Imagine like punk music, but instead of the guitar riffs being guitar riffs, they're like bursts of noise, and the vocals are like a petite Japanese woman screaming. Like imagine things like that. I could have easily picked something like that. I chose to lean more towards conventional.
What was the name of that band again? Because
Yes,
I
what was
need
the
it back in my life. I forgot it existed till just now.
All right, the Japanese woman.
Yes.
That's Melt Banana.
Melt Banana.
Let me
Dude.
look. Are they on Spotify?
They should be.
Melt, MELT.
Thank you. I need that in my life again.
So this is a bonus pick for those of you who want to walk on the wild side.
I'm not picking it.
Look up Cellscape by Melt Banana.
Yes.
No.
Cellscape?
Yeah, that's their best album, in my opinion.
Let me see that. What do we got?
With such great names for their songs as Shield for Your Eyes, A Beast in the Well on your... Sorry, I'm going through the Spotify scroll. Beast in the Well on Your Hand.
There's also one called Jack and a Red Dog. There's a lot of them.
Wait. Say that again, but faster.
No.
10 times fast, please.
0 plus. Lies. Feedback deficiency. That feels like my life in general. Okay, let's move on from Melt Banana. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this album. God, what's it called again? I'm going through our playlist real quick. There it is. Pram. Right click. Album. The stars are so big, the earth is so small. Stay as you are. Yes, I will stay.
He
as I
wasn't
am.
even enthusiastic with
No, I
saying
had it up and then I looked up Melt Banana.
It was
So,
just,
sorry.
I don't even want to tell them this album's name. I don't want to make someone suffer through this.
He really was a suffering traumatic.
It
Not traumatic,
really was.
but it was on borderline traumatic.
Okay, so like, just imagine how you guys suffered listening to this album, and that's what I suffer like when I listen to mainstream pop music.
Yeah, as I was listening to this, David, I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is how David felt when we were listening to that Need to Breathe album that I had him listen to. And
That's
he's like,
exactly
what?
That's exactly what I felt like.
Whose album's that?
Need to Breathe's Out of Body album. I'll have to send it to you. It's not a bad album at all. You'll like it, Richie.
I do like my pop. I can't
It's not
lie.
even pop. It's like Southern
It's
mixed with
pop.
pop.
It's pop.
It's good. That album specifically. Their older stuff's more like Southern and Tennessee-like. It's really great.
Okay.
It's pop.
Okay.
Well, do we have to talk about this one anymore?
No.
Okay, good.
No, never again.
All right, Ian, let's
Yes.
get over to you. And your pick is what, my good sir?
Foxtails Brigade from the band Foxtails Brigade. This isn't like Black Sabbath. They don't have a song called Foxtails Brigade also.
Is this so? This is their debut album?
It's actually not. It is their third album, but it's the one that I came in on.
Oh,
So their first two albums, they had a different... So I should start off with Foxtails Brigade is a weird band, but not in the Pram weird way. It's hard to tell you what genre they are. You can kind of say that they're like indie, folk, rock, pop.
That's exactly how I would say it.
But like indie is a word that really doesn't mean anything, so that doesn't help you.
Well, I mean, it's the same as post-rock. Post-rock doesn't tell you what Pram sounds like, just like indie doesn't tell you what Foxtails Brigade. Technically, both of your guys' picks could be considered indie, but they're nothing alike.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Exactly. So some people call it chamber pop. More than like, so it's classical style guitar, the fat neck one, violin, drums, bass. So that also doesn't tell you anything about it. But this is the album that I came in on because I used to listen to a band called Judgment Day, who was a drummer, a cellist, and a violinist. And the cellist and the violinist were like classically trained, went to prestigious music college to learn how to play their instruments, and then they decided to amplify them and play metal with them. That band kind of didn't fall apart, but they went their separate ways, and the violinist went over to Foxtails Brigade, and I followed him over.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you're just following the members of bands.
Yeah.
That's
Good
cool.
old Anton Patzner.
He is so good. I think we three have all seen them.
Yeah,
we
we've
all
seen them more than once.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have. Which is crazy because I did not know that was him.
And
Oh, yeah.
I almost had a chance to see Foxtails Brigade. I wasn't one time, and I wasn't able to go, which really made me sad.
They're very good live. I drug Amelia to a show in Reading.
Oh, they were in Reading?
They were in Reading. They're based out of Oakland.
Okay, nice.
Have you ever heard of the comedian Brent Weinbach?
Sounds vaguely familiar. But no.
So the lead singer is actually his sister.
Have I ever showed you Gangsta Party Line, the video?
I believe so.
Okay, that is a video that it was done by Brett Weinbach, and he is in it for like 2 seconds. He just like pops up.
Just pops up.
Yeah. But yeah, I came in on this album because Judgment Day's like, this is back in the days of Facebook when like I actually had one and it was still like popping and cool.
Was it ever popping and cool?
I mean, like before.
Yes,
yes.
it actually was.
Yeah, back in the day it
We're dating
was.
ourselves here, but yes.
Yeah, we're
For
old.
context, Facebook is the thing that dethroned MySpace. So it
Yeah,
actually
that's true.
was
Yeah, I
popping
know,
and cool
I
at
know.
one
It
point.
was because MySpace was the shit.
Yeah, MySpace was great. I miss MySpace, to be
Dude,
honest. Those are
seriously.
the good old days of social media.
Yeah, it says right here on the Wikipedia about Anton Patzner that he went from Judgment Day over to Foxtails. Interesting.
Yeah, he posted a video on the Judgment Day like Facebook page that was called "Don't Look Down: Farmhouse Sessions" by Foxtails Brigade. It's actually like how do you put it? Like one of those, if you've ever seen Jam in the Van or any of those where they're like live, but they're not in front of like an audience. It's just like a live
Like a
recording.
library of some kind.
Yeah.
Room. Yeah.
So it's one of the, like if it were, they were
like a
in this
session.
room. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And it is so good. If you want to see like what got me into it, look that up.
What's it
And
called?
It's Foxtails Brigade, Don't Look Down, Farmhouse Session. And like you don't have to listen to it now or anything. Just like in your free time, you'll see why I love this band and like what made my brain light on fire.
To this day, that I think this is the best version of that song is that Farmhouse Session.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's also another kind of aspect of, I don't know, when you hear something live, it sounds, in general, I think, it depends on the artist and depends on the style, but generally it does sound better. Like, For King of Country, we've taken the youth group countless times to go see For King of Country, and they've always put on a really good show. They're always good about putting on a good show, and it does sound the same as it is on the album. It's very acoustic, and it just sounds exactly the same. Same with like Ren Collective, for example, another like Christian artist we would take the youth group to go see. But also like those session stuff, like David has always been like exposing me to that kind of thing. Living in the house together, it's like he'll have that on, and I'm like, "What the heck? What, some indie band you're listening to?" He's like, "Yeah, they're just jamming in like their spare room, basically," and it's really good stuff. It's really cool. For like a more like if people are unaware of what that is basically like you've probably seen a video recommended or something on Good Morning America where it's like a video of an artist with like Jimmy Fallon or something in like what looks like a library or a record shop, and that's basically what sessions are. Is just in a room without an audience, but you're performing it live. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So anyway, I need to look that up too.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite way to listen to music is that kind of stuff because it's like studio quality, but also it has the live feel.
Yeah.
Especially the vocals. Like that's what really stands out to me. Oh yeah, they do have it on on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look this up here.
Yeah. That's actually how I found Judgment Day. There was one of those types of things called Day Trotter back in 2010 is when I found them, I think. Yeah. And Day Trotter was like a barn somewhere out in the Midwest that somebody turned into a recording studio, and they did the same thing.
Oh, that's sick.
That's super dope. Richie, what'd you think of this album, Foxtails Brigade?
Great.
You didn't skip through it.
I did not skip through it. I liked
So
some
proud
songs
of you.
and added them to my playlist.
Same.
Even, which is kind of crazy because I'm very picky on that shit. So, which I know I've heard of
Except
this.
when the algorithm just puts whatever in front of you.
Yeah, but I don't usually like it. I like, I mean, like I'll enjoy it, but I don't actually like physically like it, add it to a playlist, all that shit.
Oh, okay.
But like, I know I've heard of this band before, probably just from this guy talking, a lot. And I know I've heard some songs because I listened to a few other random songs. I'm like, oh, I know this. Okay, just randomly. But great. I really like the We Are Not Ourselves because that song's honestly f***ed up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
even
it is.
watched the music video,
It's weird.
which the music video is
I need to watch that.
amazing. Like, the girl who's singing, she's all twitching and stuff, and it just shows, like, clearly she killed someone in her house, goes to, like, her neighbor's house or something like that, and, like, poisons her. It's just some weird shit, and the whole song's just her singing, kind of about, like, having a mental breakdown, and the voices in her head telling people to go to sleep, and, like, yeah, weird.
Yeah. It sounds way prettier than that, though.
Oh, dude, it's gorgeous.
Oh, it
That
sounds
song's
amazing,
awesome.
but truthfully, a lot of their songs I was listening to, it sounds like you can put the song and you're just going to be enjoying your day, and then once you really listen to it, you're just like, oh, another sad, depressing song about killing themselves or, some voice in their head. Weird. This person's having a mental breakdown, but they're enjoying it. Like, they know what they're doing.
That mental breakdown is vibing.
It's one where you can just kind of appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, Ian, the first one you showed me was their song Slave.
Yeah.
And you said, just so you're aware, they don't sound like this generally. This is just like their song I would like have you start with or something like that. And it's a great song. Me and Lexi specifically love that song. It's so good. And it's also kind of effed up too when you look at it, but it's like it's a good ass song. And to see your choice, I'm like, oh, it's these guys. And then to listen to their stuff, I'm like, yeah, like Slave's not too far off. Actually, not too far off from their style, I would say. Specifically with this album, like, it makes me want to go through their whole discography. You know what they also remind me of is just a little bit of Monsters and Men, just a little tad. I would like, I don't know how I would correlate them, but maybe like the more folky side is of Monsters and Men, but they have kind of a folky side mixed in with more poppy kind of sound.
I'd say that kind of checks out, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I kept thinking this was their first album. So I kept thinking, oh, this is a great opening album. And then I just looked and yeah, you're right. It's like their third album, I think.
Yeah, if you look at their earlier albums, they are a little weirder and a little more, how do I say it, like more leaning on the like violin, like orchestral kind of feel.
Huh.
But it's a little bit more weird.
I can get down with the weirdness,
Yeah.
And then their Red album, which is their one that they released this year, has almost no violin in it, which makes me sad
Aw.
because
is.
Anton like has been he's been playing around with like keyboard and guitar and stuff, and I just kind of go like, dude, you know how to play violin? It's one of the best instruments. Just play it.
Honestly,
I still love it though.
If you know how to play a violin, damn good job.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair to him, it's like he's literally probably classically trained from a young age.
Yeah.
So the amount of hours he's put into specifically just the violin and nothing else are probably stupendous.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I can imagine that he's probably refreshed just taking a different approach than his normal thing to music.
But
Yeah,
Ian
that checks
doesn't
out.
appreciate it.
No, he's good. I just love the violin. Like the cello's my favorite instrument. So
Yeah, no, I will say that is what kind of makes it real nice is the violin with it all just going.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of tracks that were really, I think, enjoyable. Like very much. This whole album in general was
Mhm.
very enjoyable to me going through it for the first time. What are some of your guys' favorite tracks? I would say for me, obviously, "We're Not Myself" is great, but I would say even the ending song, "Far Away and Long Ago," that's also a pretty good track. But what are some of your guys' favorites?
I think my standout would still be this. I think this is the first time I've listened to this specific arrangement of it. But yeah, I think my favorites would still be "Don't Look Down." It's a great song.
What about you, Rishi?
Well, "We Are Not Ourselves," and then also "Last Still Standing," something like that, right?
Yes,
That one
sounds
was.
good.
I like that one. That one was nice. But I will say this was another really good. Like I can't think of any song on this album that I was like, oh, this wasn't good or anything like that. Just it was actually a really good
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that last one, "Far Away and Long Ago," I was looking at the lyrics and I'm like, some of this doesn't make really any sense. But like, it's so dense. Like the lyrics, the writing, the performance. There's a lot of talent, I think, in this band just by listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, yeah, I just want to hear more of them. Like they're just really interesting. And they kind of struck a chord, and I pick up what they're putting down. I like
Yeah.
Foxtail Brigades after listening to this album. Would you recommend this be your people's first album they listen to from them, or do you have something else you'd recommend for them out there?
I'd probably say this one just because it gives you like more of an idea of what they can get into. The Red album is a little more poppy. So I'd say this one is like kind of the heart. And also I'm with you on "Far Away and Long Ago." That's like, if I had to pick favorite song, it's definitely in like ever, not just on this album. It's in the running for it.
Oh wow! Dang.
Like I love that thing.
Any others after that, or just for this album?
For this album, "Don't Look Down" obviously is the song that I came in on. "Dirtbags and Dozers" is a song that I
That's a good
love. I don't care for this album version of it.
Ooh,
They have another Farmhouse Session like thing, and it's not on YouTube anymore.
Aw.
So, and it's a better rendition of it, but it's still a good song. I still love it. But
You millennials and your indie music. Yeah, it's wonderful. Foxtail Brigades album title, Foxtails Brigades. So they did this one back in 2016, and at least this is just going by Spotify. They didn't do it until the Red album this year.
yeah, so COVID happened, and also Anton and Laura are married, and they had a baby.
Oh, okay.
So
That totally makes sense.
yeah, took a little bit of
Children
time.
ruin everything.
Like, there's stuff from the Red album that they
Heard
played
these
at the show that I went to in like 2017. So like they've been
cool.
working on that
Okay.
album.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was the year after this one came
Yeah.
out. Dang, that's cool.
Yeah.
I need to listen to, I want to go back and listen to the weirdness in quotes, but I want to go through their discography here. It's pretty interesting. And then the Red album came out this year. It's funny. So Portugal the Man and Foxtail Brigades both came out with an album this year. It's very interesting. Unlike me and David's picks, which
So you mean
came
we
out a long
picked
time
good
ago.
bands that are still producing music?
Well, I think it goes to show
Weird.
that they're still making stuff for their audience, for themselves or whoever, and people still are listening to it. So it'd be cool to go see these guys live. Foxtail Brigades specifically.
that
holy
would be
crap.
cool. That would be
Excellent.
cool.
They're very good. It's also funny because like Laura Weinbach is really small. She's like 5'2",
Oh, you
something
can
like that.
tell in the music video. Yeah.
She's
I
like
thought you were gonna say it. You can tell by listening to her.
it's like 5'2".
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, if you actually watch the music video, you can easily go, oh, the countertop's like as big as her.
So I've seen her do this on live videos on YouTube for other places, and she did it at the show that I went to, where she's like 5'2", and whenever she's transitioning to a different song, she hits a pedal on her hooked up to her mic, and then she sounds real deep, talking about what she, hey, we're Foxtail Brigade.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
It's hilarious.
I know this is kind of weird, but what's been your guys' favorite live performance you've seen from a band throughout the years? You guys are older than me. You guys have experienced more of life. I need some.
I haven't been to a concert in over 10 years. That's a fact.
true.
That is a fact. But I would probably say Judgment Day.
Oh, wow.
Because those were just really small shows, which I do prefer small shows. It just feels better. You're up close, which I can't afford up close in big shows. Let's just be honest. I'm a broke bitch. Like, come on. But they really are just great, entertaining. In between, like they kind of like how they talked on the mic and everything. It was just an enjoyable all-around show.
When did you go see them?
Oh God, I want to say we've seen them. I know for sure twice, but I feel like potentially 3 times. Because I know one was at Monstro's Pizzeria.
Yeah.
And then one was in downtown Chico.
It was at the Blue Room. That was the end of the world one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one was
so that
great.
was that was like mid 2012.
It was exactly on the day where the Mayan calendar.
No, it wasn't that. It was in 2012, but it wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
What it was it was some like evangelical dude announced on the radio that he had cracked the code to the Book of Revelation.
That's right.
And the rapture was going to happen on such and such date. And so they had the concert on the day the world was supposed to end. And what I thought was really funny is, so the headlining act was Judgment Day, and the opening band was called La Fin du Monde, which is French for the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And during that concert at midnight, I remember they stopped and they kind of just like looked around. It's like, well, I guess we're all sinners because we're still here.
Wasn't it like right in the middle of a song, just dead stop?
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing.
It was great because it's just middle of song, just silence.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
yeah.
So Judgment Day, they're on Spotify.
On Spotify, you
'Cause
have
there's
to
only,
be
like, 2
careful
albums here.
because there's like two
There's 2 of
different
them, yeah.
bands.
There's one with a hyphen and one without.
There's 2 different bands that both share the Judgment Day thing. What you would be looking for, I know Polar Shift is on there.
That's not the
Yeah,
one.
I know
I
it's
can
not.
already
I'm
tell.
looking at it. I'm like, this is not them. Yeah, the 2 guys here. Yeah,
So
here they are.
Polar Shift is an album from them. If Peacock's Pink Monsters
That's
is
it.
on
That's
there,
right there.
Yep, found them. All right, cool.
yeah,
Okay.
Anyway,
then
what were you
that's
saying?
also.
So, I found Polish Shift and then Circumcision of the Martyr.
Yeah, that's not them.
That sounds like a
That's
my life.
That's the other band. So there's like a weird actual metal band that also named themselves Judgment Day, and for whatever reason, they're like both mashed into the same artist on Spotify. It's kind of silly and dumb.
Yeah, I was just looking at the list and there was one with a hyphen and one without. The one with a hyphen is like just, oh man, the artistry is just like, it looked like what the songs are titled in the Judgment Day we're talking about is what basically their artwork album is.
Yeah.
Near Death Experience. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. So anyway. Oh, okay, cool. What's that song? Clouds of Mordor?
Nerd.
Any connection?
No.
Nah.
No,
You
not
know
that I'm
what?
aware of.
Speaking of
Speaking
Anton Patzner, you know what I really love is his non-distorted Judgment Day work.
It's so good.
Like where it's just like they actually record the violin and the cello normally.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do
Oh,
acoustic
really?
stuff that's lovely.
Huh.
There's
Huh.
I think I bought one of their CDs like at their show. It's called Opus 3 Acoustic. That's a great album. And then on YouTube there's a video you can find. It's called Forest Battle, and it's like it's like the video of them like playing it while they're recording it. That's super good.
That one's off the Polar Shift album, and that album is actually a lot more like that. It's more acoustic, less metal. It's very good.
Okay.
So, Ian, would you say Judgment Day was like your favorite live performance you've seen, or has there been others? 'Cause I know you've been to see Of Monsters and Men.
We saw Monsters and Men because that's my wife's favorite band. We saw them for, what's the name of their third album? The one that's less folky.
Shoot.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's the pink one.
Yeah, the pink one.
We went to see them play that, and they are very good live.
That's what Amelia was saying.
They are phenomenal. They played like the main hit off of that album, and we that was their opener. We were pretty sure that they were like playing like a recording or something, and then there was just like the tiniest little difference between the singer's voice and in the live.
Fever Dreams, the one you're talking
Fever
about.
Dreams, yeah. It's just like the tiniest little thing that like made us know like, oh, this isn't a recording. They're actually playing this. Like it's spot on.
Damn.
Everything was fantastic. Like their energy is great. It was a bigger show,
Yeah.
which it's definitely one of my favorite that I've been to, but I think the End of the World one was my actual favorite. So cool.
I was there, that's why. I said I was there, that's why.
Yeah.
Where were they?
We went all the way up to Oregon.
Nice.
So,
That's what's up.
yeah.
There's
If you're a
that
hipster.
whole landscape is perfect for this kind of music, especially Foxtail Brigades as well. Which,
Yeah.
who are we just looking? Oh, Portugal the Man's also based in Oregon. So there
Yep.
you go.
Which is funny
Man,
because
talk about hipsters.
they're truly like in hipster land because they're from Alaska and they migrated to Oregon.
dang.
They
Okay.
sought out the
They
hipster
sought out the
capital of the
hipsters.
world.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of hipsters, Damon, what's been your favorite band you've seen live? Performance.
I don't know if I could even say like there have been ones that I've seen that have been memorable for different reasons. But I will say that the End of the World Judgment Day concert, that one was definitely one of the standouts for me, just because both bands were excellent, and I do like smaller shows, and the whole, playing on the supposed end of the world vibe with the stopping at midnight to be like, oh, I guess we're all sinners. Like it was all great.
So what we're hearing, you guys, is if you've never been to a small show, go to a small show.
Yeah.
They are a lot better.
Yeah, we went to, we took the youth group to I think it was Joshua Fest, I think it was 2018. We took the whole youth group to it, and there was it's basically like a Christian Woodstock where you camp and you go in to see all the different bands at different times. And there was some small, really tiny bands there that had 12 fans. And we went to go see them, and we're like, oh, these guys are dope. And there was a band that was called the Cardboard Boys with a Z. And it was literally a bunch of teenagers who got together and did a garage band for a year and a half. And that was it. That's all, as long as it took, just in high school. And they did one little album, and that was it. And I think they covered I don't know, Dave Matthews songs or something crazy, something weird like that. Anyway, they played it live, and then it was just a really funny, cute experience. And because it was 2018, a bunch of people had Switches. So afterward, we went to the gift shop of of Joshua Fest, and we played Mario Kart together with 4 different Switches, and it was really fun. It was a fun experience. But yeah, there was a bunch of just tiny bands there, lots of Christian metal. Holy crap, a lot of Christian.
I will say, I would say then Warped Tour also when we went, because Warped Tour back in the day was so different than now, was also great. But those types of experiences are hard to judge versus just seeing a band, because those you're going to see some bands you love. You're going to see some bands that are garbage.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is just entertaining, because no matter what, you can get all sorts of different things. So when talking about those experiences, it's hard to compete with. So I'd usually leave those out on that question.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that's my choice, but it's just a funny experience. I would say we got to see Skillet probably back in 2013. It was right after, it was 2013. I remember seeing him live. It was at one of those $10 concerts. But
Okay.
we got to see freaking Skillet. And it was a show. It was so dope, so awesome. I would say that'd be my choice. There's been others, like Ren Collective's always fun to go see live, even at small little churches you go see. But I would say it's Skillet or something. I've only been to like, those kind of concerts, like the smaller ones.
Lame.
Yeah, the lame ones. Yeah. But like even like finding like just a random local person in a bar and seeing what their stuff and what they're putting out there, like just go and see. I think seeking out local community stuff and
I mean, especially in the area we're in, you have a lot of options.
There's quite a bit.
There really is. Chico has a bunch going on almost any day of the week, especially when college kids are in town. Going to Reading really isn't that far, and there's a bunch. And if you really want to, Sac's right there. Don't go to Sac, but it is right there.
It's right there. Yeah, me and Lexi, Butte College has their like jazz club or the orchestra they do, and the guy who leads it does such a really good job like every year with his class. And we went to go see like a jazz show that they put on with like a special pianist he brought in that he's friends with. That's pretty notable. Can't remember their name, but I don't follow jazz. But we went to go see it last year, I believe. And it was a super fun time. It was like, it was $20-25 to get in, and it was just a small little theater. And they did a really good job. These kids, like, the dude on the saxophone, he had a solo part. Man, he was eating it up. He was laughing. He was eating that scenery up, but he was killing it too. So just even local stuff like that. Like if you're, it's out there. You just got to go look for it. So anyway, all right, let's get to my pick, which is the weirdest one. Maybe. No, not the weirdest.
No, not at all. That is no way in comparison the weirdest.
All right, let's get into it. So, what was your guys', before we get to that. So my pick is the Gothic Archies album, The Tragic Treasury, released in 2006. Basically, all you need to know, you can find them on Spotify. Basically, each song is a song made for the book series, A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket, also known as another name. I can't remember the guy's actual name. But The Tragic Treasury is the album they made, and each song represents a book. And yeah, it was funny. Ian texted me. He said, "Hey, I didn't hear your pick for the albums. What is it?" And I was like, "Oh shoot, I gotta have a pick." And I was just scrolling through my library, like my downloaded music on my phone. I'm like, all right, what kind of weird stuff do I have in here? And then sure enough, I saw The Tragic Treasury. I'm like, that's kind of out there. And so basically what you need to know is they did a whole Tim Curry narrated the audiobooks for A Series of Unfortunate Events, all 13 books. And Lemony Snicket, or whatever his real name is, wanted to have actual songs for each audiobook. And that was the theme for the audiobook, like the intros, the outros, all that kind of stuff. And so the Gothic Archies, which was put together by a guy named Stephen Merritt of the Magnetic Fields, put together and wrote and recorded each song for this album. What was your guys' first reaction when I put this in the chat? What'd you guys think of this?
So, overall starting, I will say, the music's not bad. Like, and I want to say that, like, I'm not ragging on it. Like, it's not really my type of music, but it's not bad music either.
Yeah, me neither. It's not
like,
my type,
it's not
really.
like David's Choice where I just want to shit talk it.
Yes.
Like, I want to actually like this, but it's just not for me.
It's so weird.
And then, like, I'm sitting there, and the whole time I was first listening to it, I'm like, I don't know why, but I know this. And I don't know why. And then it's like not We Are Not Ourselves. Oh my goodness. Something like Things Are Not As They Seem.
Oh, things are not as they
That's where it was finally like, what the is this from? Because I know this song. So then you mentioned something the album cover gives it away. So I actually pulled up and was like, let's actually look at this. And then I saw the Series of Unfortunate Events. So I was like, no wonder. The show was kind of mid. I never read the books. Making this clear, I've never read the books. I don't read.
Okay.
Gotcha. So, but the show was kind of mid, besides, the one dude.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes, amazing, like always, because, yes. But I'm sitting here and I'm just like, it's not bad music, but just watch the show if you want to listen to this band. At least you're getting two things out of it.
I don't even think the band's in the show at all.
Yeah, they are.
They are? I watched like the first
At least
6
parts
episodes.
of it. There
I never got
has
that
to be
far.
parts.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because I don't think they're in it. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen it. I never finished
Feel
it.
like it because, or otherwise, I don't know how I would know some of these.
They might have had it in there then.
Or
Now
at
now
least-
makes me want to go watch it again. Because I never
Maybe it
finished
wasn't done by them, but at least
Maybe they covered it.
maybe.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, like the guy who sings, great voice.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. There's a lot of talent here. Just, I wouldn't put it on.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
No,
No, totally get it.
no. But you know what? If you love mushrooms, there's a song for you.
Yeah, David, your thoughts on the tragic treasury?
So my first thought of this was, wow, this sounds like that one neo-Nazi folk band that I that I remember from a long time ago. So for context,
Yes, explain.
Yeah,
What do
you
mean?
need context
What's
for this,
neo-Nazi
David.
band? I want to know.
so for context, so there's so this is why I say I'm not a hipster, because I specialize in genres of music that are like, 5 or 6 bands or less. So there's a genre of music out there, very, very, very niche genre called neo-folk. And basically, within the neo-folk scene, there's not very many of them, but within the neo-folk scene, there, like ultra nationalism and right-wing politics are like, make lots of appearances. And so there's this one band in particular. Well, it's not a band. It is a band. It's one dude. And then he's like had like one other person collaborate with him on different albums, So it's not really a band. It's that dude's music, but there is usually another person on his albums. And it's called Death in June. And I don't think he's very much like an actual neo-Nazi, but because he's part of this scene, he definitely revels in the imagery. Like he uses like the what is it called, the Totenkopf or whatever, the death's head.
Yeah.
He uses that in a lot of his artwork. He wears like weird masks when he performs, but he like also dresses in like historic German camo. Yeah, it's very strange.
Richard is adding it to his playlist as we speak right now.
No, I'm sitting here just wanting to complain to Jake, like, this is what you started with your pick.
I started
If you
being a
didn't
fan
pick
of
this, he
neo-Nazi
wouldn't talk
music.
about neo-Nazis. Like, you know what this reminds me of? Neo-Nazis. He's been waiting to talk about neo-Nazis.
Oh no!
Just for
It
you.
only took 95 episodes for us to get there.
I'll have to show you what I'm talking about later. But yeah,
I'm interested in seeing the artwork, but
I never thought
Well,
your
when I
podcast would support neo-Nazis.
but when I first, just being honest, when I first listened to this, that was my association. It reminded me of Death in June.
Which is the neo-Nazi guy.
Yes.
Okay. Is he still making music?
I think he is.
All right, we should check him out.
Yeah, I'll show you the stuff that made me think of it,
All right.
and so you can see what I'm talking about. It's not it's not because of the themes of
He's
the music.
walking on thin ice right
It's
now,
the,
and he knows it.
It's the sound of the music itself is
Yes,
what
the sound of the music. Yes.
is what gave me the impression.
Was it the lizard room?
The reptile room.
Reptile room.
But yeah, once I got over the Death in June flashbacks, and this really bothered me because at first is so long since I've listened to any Death in June that I forgot what they were called.
So you
I
listened
even
to them more than
Why
once?
are you pointing at Ian and him nodding?
No, I'm just gesturing.
Oh,
And I forgot I even forgot what the genre they was called. And I was like, what does this remind me of?
Yeah, what is that?
What does this remind me of? And I was frantically Googling everything related to like Nazi folk that I could find just to figure out
If
what
the
it
FBI
was.
wasn't already on
You
our
were
network.
on a list.
Yeah,
I
was
want to
gonna
make
say.
that clear. You're on a list.
I was
Jake,
hurriedly-
you're on the list just by association. We're probably doomed too now.
Yeah. Wait, what's this in this box? Oh, it's a It's a SS uniform. What?
Okay, so once I finally figured out, remember what Death in June was, and I got to listening to it, I was like, this is one of those things that I probably wouldn't listen to like on the regular.
No.
But it's pretty cool. I enjoy
That's
the
interesting.
vibe.
Yeah.
Like each individual song I like the vibe of. I wouldn't want to listen to like the whole album in order.
No.
But like in the context that it's was originally presented on as like this is the theme music for an audiobook, like I could vibe with that.
Yeah. Ian, what did you think of this this Gothic Archery's entry into our episode here?
So, what I listened to, I didn't dislike it. I wasn't like super there. I didn't hate anything. I did like a few songs.
Yeah.
And then the game got given away when you sent the text saying like the album cover gives you a hint as to what it is. I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, this looks exactly like a Series of Unfortunate Events cover. That's something that I haven't paid attention to in like 15 years, 20 years. This feels like a meme. And then I went back to listening to what I was already listening to. So I feel a little bad, but at the same time, like it felt like a meme. In the Reptile Room was cool.
Yeah, that's a cool song.
Because it reminded me of Yay Sayer, which is a good band.
Yes. Wait, what?
If you want to listen to a band
Gay Sayer?
Yay Sayer, like like the opposite of a naysayer.
We're not talking about neo-Nazis anymore.
So if you want more of that vibe, Yay Sayer's good.
Oh yeah, Yay Sayer, that's good.
I keep hearing
I like
you
them.
pronounce the G, and it's driving me crazy. I'm like, no, you're saying that.
That was like you and the Jack and Doc song or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. So I grew up listening to this album, and I knew it was very weird. I knew it was very out there. So I'm like, this will be perfect. And I've listened to it on and off throughout the years. I go back to it every once in a while and go through it, and I enjoy it. It was one I think we had it on CD. In fact, I always had it somewhere on my iPod growing up. Okay, so when I was a kid, I only liked like 3 songs max on this thing, and that was about it. Maybe 4. Dude, the song number 13, which is based off the 13th book, which is the end, but the one where they're trapped on the island, it's the shipwreck song. Such a funny song.
Oh yeah,
like just a dark comedy song.
I love
like,
how it's like just so
so happy, and
then all of a sudden he's like, and I murdered all the
Yeah.
crew. And it's like
there's a single person I wouldn't murder for you, like it's so good.
also I liked it because it gave me Pram vibes.
It gave me Man vibes, which is why you guys learned what Man was.
But yeah, like that song specific, like out of all the songs, if you were to take a gander at this, Reptile Room and Shipwrecked, hilarious. Now, I went through this week again and listened to this, and I was like, oh, let me take a look at this. And of course, the wave of nostalgia washes over me, listening to the audiobook growing up. I wasn't a huge reader, but I would always listen to the audiobook as well because Tim Curry narrates the majority of the books. He does the first 3, and then I think 4 and 5 are Lemony Snicket, whatever his real name is. And then he comes back for the 6th one, I believe, which is the song The Abyss, the Airsats Elevator book. And Tim Curry finishes out the whole series, and it's great. Does all the voices, all the stuff, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of bias that I have towards this album. But again, I grew up only liking 3 songs. I went through and listened to this again. I like pretty much every song on here now. I don't know why, but even like Dreary, and then the 4th one about him, like My Beatrice and how she's gone. Like just the dark macabre of this album in general is really appealing to me for some reason. I don't know why. And it's not, the Pram stuff weirded me out. I feel like Satanic Satanist should have been the name of David's album that he suggested.
You're not wrong.
Like it sounded like pagan ritualistic worship music to me. And I'm
okay,
like,
all right, come on. That is not a fair description at all.
No, it is
think,
not.
I think it is a great description.
Now you're gonna see some death in June because now you're gonna see some ritualistic pagan worship music.
So first you start off with pagan music, and now you're forcing neo-Nazi music. Jake,
I'm not doing it.
do you need help?
You're blaming his actions for me.
No, I'm asking, do you need help?
You're poking a bear that has like
always
way
need
worse bullets in the chamber for you, buddy.
There's probably a hotline for you too, man.
Okay, so maybe that was a little much to describe Pram
wasn't.
that way. But I think the term Gothic Archies fits this album well for the artist. And like even the first one, Scream and Run Away, it's kind of funny. Like there's just some kind of dark comedy to all this. And there's a few on here that are pretty much stinkers, like Freak Show and Smile. And maybe, but dude, like Walking My Gargoyle, I don't know why, but that song's just a banger.
That sounds like a euphemism for something. I'm not gonna lie.
That's exactly
really
what my brain.
does. It really does.
Like Jack and his dog, you know? But out of all of the albums we kind of talked about today, like if I were to recommend any of them to somebody, the first choice would be the Portugal the Man album, and then Foxtails, mine, and then David's. In that order.
I want to actually fix what you said. It would be Portugal the Man,
Yes.
Foxtail Brigade, then yours, and then can we just get the fuck
Get
out?
rid of him?
No, like we're not even mentioning that. It's not even a don't listen to. Just it's non-existent.
I don't even remember the name of the album now.
Yeah, it's worthless.
and I've
It's
said it
not
twice on the
that
podcast.
bad. It's actually pretty good.
And I was trying to, Ian, with the vibe. I'm like, let me get into the headspace. Let me get
The
into
drugs
the headspace.
didn't help.
I listened to it full sober, and I'm like,
I
let me
feel
get into
sorry
the
for you.
vibe. Like, let me get into the vibe. Let me just change my mindset and like listen to this. And it was still just incredibly tough. I got through, and I listened to it twice. David, I gave your album two times.
I will say, agree. I gave your album more of a chance than Jake's because once I realized where Jake's was done, it was gone. It was over with. I didn't need to hear more. All the songs, honestly, kind of sounded very similar. So I feel like if I just went to the next one, it's like the same song, just different words.
I love how we're still on David's.
I will. David's thing is, it was very unique garbage.
Yes. There's some Cape St. Vincent, whatever that one's called. I did like that song, but out of that, that's the other ones. Anyway, got the Tragic Treasury. It's a great book series, dude. If you don't know Series of Fortune Events, like, get your kids to read this stuff. Like, when they're 10, 12, 11, whatever age, like that, around that age, introduce this to this dark comedy stuff. It's great. It's really great. It's also a lot of good life lessons in here.
Yeah, I will agree. It is a good like kids book series. Unfortunately, like it was done dirty in terms of adaptations.
Yes,
it
totally.
didn't get the Harry Potter treatment.
No, they tried
did
with
not.
that movie in 07 or 6 or whenever they did it. It was kind of with Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Rolled
that
off.
movie really pissed me off.
It was really sad
because I think I saw that when it came out, and I had already read all the books.
Mhm.
Like I think I read them in like junior high or whatever. And like I was like, yeah, this could be cool. And then they like mangled the whole storyline of all the books so it could fit in one movie.
Yep.
I was like, what the?
There was a movie?
Yeah.
It came out a long time ago.
Jim Carrey was Count Olaf.
Oh.
And he wasn't bad, but like Neil Patrick Harris, I think, is objectively better.
No.
Really?
Jim Carrey was good. Jim Carrey
he was
like
good, yeah.
Like he was like the highlight of the whole movie.
Oh, totally.
My beef with it was that they just mangled the whole storyline.
Yeah,
I
when
mean-
you try to put 13 books into an hour and a half, that doesn't go well.
Doesn't work
Yeah,
at all.
that doesn't even
Yeah,
sound good.
and like
No.
even listening to the songs in this album, going back and like remembering the storylines and the characters, and especially like the whole the three kids in the books of what they go through after their parents die, and from cousin to uncle or whoever they were with, the boarding school book, the brainwashing things in that book that happened, just all this other things, and how Count Olaf is obviously like recognizable to them but nobody else, and how they're like, no, like he is this evil man, and they're like, oh, we don't believe you, and they don't listen to the kids. It's really interesting. The music, on the other hand, I think it fits each book really well, obviously, because it's written for it. This will be the last thing I say on this album, but give it a try. I'd say give it a try. Listen to Reptile Room, and then Shipwrecked, and then go from there. And yeah, that's my pick here. All right. Well, I was curious. It was funny, Richard. Last time you were on here, we talked about rap.
Okay.
What I don't know where to go from here, but you asked me what rappers are overrated.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what band became mainstream that is now overrated that once was cool? Now, I wouldn't say Portugal the Man fits in that category because they're still cool, I would say.
I don't know, honestly, because I'm like trying to think. There are a lot of bands like because of Ian here I listened to way back in the day that I do think are, I wouldn't call mainstream, but are getting a lot more known or anything. But truthfully, I feel like all of them are still solid. I am not against mainstream music. Yeah. I just, like I said, I didn't like Portugal the Man that was their mainstream song. Pick a better song. I know that wasn't their choice, but society, pick a better song. You can do better. Be better.
Be better.
So I find that one really hard to actually say. I feel like the most problem with mainstream songs is the bands that come out with like one song that became mainstream and the rest you're like kind of hyped and then the rest is just shit. But I feel like a lot of these other ones that have recently, like Portugal the Man, some other ones, Cage the Elephant, Monster and Men, like some of these other ones that are getting more popular, I think because they've had such a slow grind, it's just been, they are still in the like cool realm for me.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think on that kind of thing? Like, or better yet, what's an artist you would recommend to people that is still kind of in that cool range that hasn't hit that big poppy kind of sense yet? I don't know. Can you think of anybody or?
Oh, dude, I have so many.
Oh, really?
That's a whole podcast.
That's a whole podcast.
That's
for
a
Ian.
whole podcast. A very, very good artist that doesn't have a lot of recognition, more than Foxtails Brigade, because they only have like 4,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. But more than her or them, but still kind of under the radar, would be Emma Ruth Rundle.
Ruth Rundle.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one you were mentioning in your chat there.
Yeah, if I didn't have like such a love for Foxtails Brigade, where like I used to say that they were my number one favorite band, now I couldn't tell you. If that weren't the case, I would have brought an Emma Ruth Rundle album. Okay. Don't start with May Our Chambers Be Full, because that is a collaboration with a sludge metal band. Everything else is like kind of more of a grungy kind of feel to it. Some of it is more like mellow and chill piano work that she does. Like, she's very talented.
What do you got, David?
Let's see. So
what's that band called? Pertussis? No, Pertussis? Percosis? Oh.
What are you talking about?
I think he's having a stroke.
What's the one you always said to me? And we were.
Oh, are you talking about the metal band?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Neurosis.
Neurosis.
They're a very cool band that is no more. So they don't fit the description. But if you're into metal and you want something different, but not like, really off-putting like some of my more underground faves, Neurosis is really great. There is like, if you took like, I guess almost like, kind of like, they're like almost like heavier, more experimental Deftones. They're really fantastic. But they are no more because one of their songwriters turned out to be an abuser, and so all the rest of the band members disassociated with him.
Yep. That'll do it.
Yeah, so they're gone. But I was gonna say there is an artist who started out really kind of underground and has really gained a whole lot of more mainstream attention in recent years. Not as much as Portugal the Man, but like he's got more mainstream attention and is still good, I would say, is Andrew Bird.
Oh, I love Andrew
Andrew
I
Bird.
Bird's
will
good.
actually agree with that because he's recently been popping up on Spotify AI. I live by it. Just saying. So, yep. Mm-hmm.
Andrew Bird.
Andrew Bird's so good.
He's been around for a while too.
Yeah.
Like I remember like back in the in the 2000s just listening to his stuff. And oh shoot, what was the one? I don't remember, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, he's been around for quite a while. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. All right, well, gentlemen, is there anything else you guys have to say in terms of your piece, in terms of what there is? Sounds like, Ian, you got a whole wealth of hipstery kind of recommendations.
I mean, dude, I
in the
dropped
clock.
at least like 6 band names in this podcast.
He's dropped like 4 I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
listened to so much. I want to say that like my Spotify Wrapped was like over 1,000 different artists.
I also want to
Hey.
say he sent a playlist. He was like, it's a little bloated, and the amount of f***ing Adele on that bitch was insane.
It was only from her 21 album, and then
Nope,
like
there's
one
2
song.
albums on there.
There's a couple songs from the one that had Said My Love on
A
it.
couple.
It's a 16-hour playlist.
It's
so
a 16-hour playlist, and I came upon Adele a lot.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of Adele growing up too.
I at least sent a nice, healthy, respectable amount of time playlist.
Hey, you could just skip the Adele and get to other songs that you haven't heard before.
And I did, and I appreciate they've been added to my playlist. But all I'm saying is when I sent you a playlist, it was at least all bangers.
That's the one you sent me, and it was just a flipping off emoji. That's all you sent me. But it was like a rap playlist.
Oh,
I think.
that was the rap one. I sent one in the group chat. It was a penis emoji. Eggplant,
is
by
that
the
one?
way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
the one.
that is a
Okay.
playlist I made just for this guy. Solid, great
very good.
playlist. Some really good artists on there. Like the one dude, I don't know how to say his name. I think David would really appreciate the one. You were like, oh, I've never heard the original version of before.
Oh, the
Oh,
like
you're
a
telling me
naive
this must
melody.
be the place?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Talking Heads originally did that song.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is not them then. It's someone like
Okay, so that's
Rishi-
well then that's not the original.
Okay. What is his? It's like Rishi something, isn't
I
it?
don't remember.
Yeah, the original is by Talking Heads. They're the band that did Burning Down the House.
Okay.
And
it's K-I-S
Psycho Killer.
Yes,
H-I
yes.
Bashi or something. Kishi Bashi.
I think I've actually heard of that guy.
Really good. Really good. Every single song of his so far, which I haven't heard a lot, but every single one has been good. I will say.
Yeah, I didn't actually look at the playlist. I just saw Ian's comment in the group chat about this must be the place. And I was like, did Ian discover Talking Heads? What?
No, I like the Talking Heads.
No, I'm like that's what kind of like baffled me about it.
Weirdly, I didn't know that was them to begin with.
Okay.
So-
I will say, Ian said he heard songs he hasn't heard before on my playlist, and that's a win in my book.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so.
That's a win. I'm curious on what, but
so-
that's a win.
I'm so
A lot of it actually.
Really?
Yeah. I've also been like stuck in my own like things that I found off of like random. The one time I use the YouTube app and the algorithm feeds me something and I'm like,
Okay.
actually, good job, YouTube.
Like,
you did
I love
it.
me
Good
some
job.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so sad. I just was looking at one of my playlists, and What's the Time, Mr. Wolf by the South Side of Bombay is now off Spotify. It's grayed out, and I can't listen to it. Have you ever heard that song, What's the Time, Mr. Wolf?
No.
It goes like, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? What's the time? And it's like just this really cheesy, pretty much borderline horrible 90s song from a bunch of New Zealanders.
I love how you paused before calling it a song.
Yeah.
But like, oh, dude, I hate how Spotify and the copyright stuff just does that. Like, it sucks.
Well, it's also a lot of bands took their music off when the CEO, I think it was, invested in a U.S. defense contractor.
Oh, whoa, really?
That was like earlier this year. I think that was like in August. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard took their stuff off, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, there's so much stuff I'll just go through. And I know that because I'll go through my rap list and some of the Snoop Dogg ones will be missing, but that's because his beef with streamers in general.
Yeah.
You know, like there's that situation. But like, dude, like what's the time, Mr. Wolf?
The things that like bother you are so mind-boggling.
It's such a good
sometimes.
song, guys. It's just I'll send a YouTube link. Found it randomly and this is such a random poll. Tech YouTuber building a PC, and that was the background music. And to get around the copyright system, he added that song with Mortal Kombat screams in it. Random moments. It's like Sub-Zero slipping on ice or something. So
Speaking of random video game references, I just found so this dude does like acapella covers of stuff. Dude did an acapella
talking about
cover.
Smooth McGroove?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude did an acapella cover of the song from the first level of Doom. and to be honest, it's kind of a banger.
It's kind of a banger, yeah. Smooth McGroove is awesome. If you've heard like his cover of like any of Mega Man's music or Minecraft music, oh, it's so good. It's great.
I'm
He's
not
also done
like
an
I
original
don't
album too.
like I don't like acapella music normally, like pentatonic stuff like
pentatonic
that.
frickin' sucks.
I don't like that stuff. So and
I hate them.
when I saw the Doom thing, I texted that to Nicole. I was like, "Hey, Nicole," because she's like a really big fan of pentatonics. I texted Nicole the link, and I was like, "Hey, Nicole, I finally found an acapella song that I like." And she just, reacted like a laughing emoji or whatever. And then a few minutes later, she sent me a text, is like, "Well, that was weird."
Oh, that's awesome.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I freaking hate pentatonics. I don't know why I have a visceral hate for it. Maybe because my sisters love it and they're always playing it.
One thing that I hate about pentatonics
God.
is they're holding their beatboxer guy back. He's way more talented than the rest of them. Like
They
he's
have a
straight.
beatboxer guy?
The guy who does the beatboxing and does the
okay.
deep voice.
Oh, the deep voice
bass
guy. Okay, yeah.
singing stuff. Like he's way more talented than the rest of them. He like can literally, he's like literally like can play classical cello, and like he's really good.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever heard of Gungor?
Yes.
They're like a
Yeah.
Christian band.
Yeah.
So there's a session of their song Dry Bones with him on it, beatboxing and playing the cello, and it's like super good. And it's just like, it frustrates me to no end that his main gig is freaking pentatonics.
Yeah, pentatonics. Even their Christmas stuff, which is like, it's whatever. I don't know. Do you guys listen to pentatonics at all?
Nope, and
I don't listen to them.
you're making me
Good.
not
You
want
guys
to.
are like,
Yeah, they suck. They're
suck.
bad.
They suck so
I
bad.
appreciate the honesty for once, David.
Well, David, you say you said you're not a fan of what's it called?
Acapella.
Acapella. Have you heard of Straight No Chaser? That group of like 12 dudes that are singing
I've heard of
acapella?
it. I don't think I've really listened to it.
I
but
should send you their
like
Christmas.
I don't know. You shouldn't.
No.
But have you seen
you
Pitch
already
Perfect?
I have. You
What
already
about two?
What about you? Okay, where are we going?
I think
Are
I've
they in it?
I think I've seen
No.
I think I've seen Pitch Perfect too
It's
as well,
just only
yeah.
Oh, that's why.
It's
okay.
the only acapella I know.
But yeah, you said acapella and Christmas, and that's like already
like-
that's like 3 strikes. Even though it's 2 things, it's 3 strikes.
Only Christmas song you need is Christmas in Hollywood
Christmas in Hollywood.
by Hollywood Undead. You're welcome.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up later. All right, gentlemen. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Appreciate. First off, thank you. Oh, Ian. Ian has something to say.
I,
No,
don't
he's
know,
shaking his head at me.
I was just gonna say Elephant Revival, Foxtails Brigade. What's another good band?
Elephant Revival is good.
Elephant Revival. Okay, I want to look that up now.
That one is good. Listen to that playlist. I feel like they have one song on there.
Later Queens of the Stone Age albums than their stuff from the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, Queens of the Stone Age, great band.
I've heard that actually. I think Angie has played that around.
Like that was one of those things where it's like I grew up listening to them because they were on the radio, and then when I actually delved into like the rest of their music, I was like, whoa, these guys have range.
Speaking of the radio, you can listen to TV on the radio. They are really good, by the way.
They are very good.
Like,
You
just
said their
saying.
early 2000s stuff?
No, they're like the Like Clockwork. That's their 2014 album.
Okay.
And then Villains, their 2017 album. Those two are really, really good. And I haven't heard them anywhere besides my Spotify playlists.
Interesting. Their new album's called In Times New Roman. Sounds
I've
interesting.
listened to a little bit of it. It's
Not as good?
It's not as good as the other two that I mentioned.
I'm trying to think of like just random artists that I can pull, but I don't know. All the recent ones I've heard either put out like 2 singles and then never make anything again.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
Ooh, Sean Rowe or something.
Sean Rowe's
That one's
so
great.
good.
Well,
I
you know
like
what?
Wrong Side of the Bed.
Yeah.
You know what? These aren't independent artists or like artists that have a small following, but I just discovered Johnny Hates Jazz, which is an artist apparently from the early 2000s, late 90s, as well as Bobby Brown. I never heard of any of Bobby Brown's music. Now I know of My Prerogative, which I'm a big fan of right
Alright.
now. I don't know. The things that the algorithm pushes at us.
Indeed.
Watch out.
I
Be
live by
intentional.
it.
Well, be intentional, Richie. You got to be careful.
Spotify controls my life.
No, don't do it, Richie. Don't let him take you.
The
Don't let
AI
him take it
owns
from
me.
me.
It's okay.
Yeah, Richard's chance to intentionally consume media passed long ago.
It really has. I'm at least honest about it. I won't lie.
You sound like an AI voice right there.
Thank you. I was trying really hard.
Ghost of a Saber-Toothed Tiger.
Ghost of a Saber-Toothed Tiger. Listen to that.
That sounds like a
artist.
Power Rangers
Yeah, I was going to
episode.
say, wait, what?
It's actually John Lennon and Yoko Ono's son's project, which is significant.
Was
It's,
that the one
I
that
heard the one
what
song
had
from
Les
there.
Claypool?
No, that's the Claypool Lennon Delirium,
Oh,
which is
yes,
also
that's
very
right.
good.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just
that's right.
throwing as much of my music in here as I can.
Well, Ian, we want to thank you for coming on the Snarp Fangle Podcast. Your debut. We appreciate you. We'll probably have you around back, probably for more music stuff or anything else you may have in mind. And Richie, thank you. Big D, we appreciate you.
Why the long pauses again?
Because I know it bothers you. Again. Anyway, thank you again, you both for taking your very valuable time out of your day to spend the time with us on the podcast. We really appreciate you. David, thank you for holding the microphone the entire time. We really, really appreciate that.
And by the way, I just want to make it clear, 3/4 of us do not support neo-Nazis here. Just want to make sure that is
I really
out
thank
there.
you for including me in that list. Or are you talking about David?
Oh, 100% I'm including you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Even though it's a stretch, but I'm including you.
It's funny that you mentioned neo-Nazi and David and him being a fan of certain things because that's the feedback we've gotten most from certain people about David and how like they unsubscribed because of David.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you more off air. Anyway,
But that leads me to one question. The
Yes.
last time I was on, did you ever get complaints about me?
my mom complained about the thumbnail with you flipping off the camera.
Oh, your mom listens?
No, she didn't listen. She doesn't really listen to it at all.
Oh, thank God, because
No.
she shouldn't.
No, she shouldn't.
She shouldn't.
No,
If I'm
not
involved,
that
don't
one.
allow your mama listen. Patty already yells at me enough. Like, I don't need more, man.
Yeah.
Since it's been my job this podcast, I will do it again. David is not actually a neo-Nazi.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you.
Disclaimer.
He is not a neo-Nazi.
He is not. He
He
does.
is not a
have
Christian
proof?
nationalist yet.
Do you have proof?
We have proof. You can listen to a couple more episodes. I can tell you.
He was an edgelord
He
back in the
was an
day.
edgelord back in the day.
And
What type
we
of edge
all
are we talking
have
about?
these sorts of things that are in our past when we were edgy.
He was an edgelord before
So-
edgelords were cool.
Don't let your mom listen.
David's he's just a peculiar fella. That's all, you know.
That's one
Well,
way
so
to
are all
say
of us
it.
in our own way. Ian's got like the most amount of lists of songs and artists that I'm like, I don't think anybody listens to this except maybe Ian and a few people like him. And those are in the dozens of people.
There's literally dozens of
There's
us.
dozens of
Dozens.
us. Dozens.
I'm in
And
the
for
millions.
the dozens of, and we also have dozens too that listen to this. So thank you, dozens of people for listening to this episode of the Snarp Fangle Podcast.
Thank you to the millions who agree with me.
And the millions that agree with Richie and who love his favorite band, Portugal the Man, as we bid you adieu.
And
See
thank
you
you
later.
to the one person who likes Parm, David.
And also Gothic Archies. Thank you for that one guy out there. Well, maybe two people like Gothic Archies.
All right.
Me and my... Yeah, that's it. All right, well, we'll see y'all later. And remember, When Richard comes to you and he says, hey, have you heard of this band called Portugal the Man? And when you say no, and he says, thank God, remember to carry on with your day and snarp fangle on.
Bye-bye now.